Hello there guys, and welcome back to Blues Fans TV for another news video by myself here on this channel, because there is some pretty big news happening at Chelsea right now. It's not quite official just yet, or officially official as I like to call it, but it pretty much is, because Chelsea are going to sign Ben Chilwell from Leicester City for a fee of somewhere between 45 and 50 million pounds. Reportedly 50 million, with 45 million of that up front and then an extra 5 in bonuses, pretty much. Before getting into more details of that though, please be sure to subscribe to Blues Fans TV if you haven't already. That'd be massively appreciated. We're still on our very long road to 200,000 subscribers, so every single new subscriber does count. So if you have subscribed already, that's cool, that's great, but then tell your mates about it and tell them to subscribe. That'd be absolutely brilliant. And of course, drop a like if you're happy that Chelsea signed Ben Chilwell, or are about to sign Ben Chilwell, I guess. Or just if you enjoy our content, or just if you want to make me happy, make sure you click that like button. That would honestly be massively appreciated. But enough of that, and let's just get into more details about Ben Chilwell. Obviously, I don't need to tell you who he is, but just in case you're an alien and just turned up on this planet within the last couple of days, Ben Chilwell is English, 23 years of age, 1m78 or 5'10" tall, and of course he's a left back. He's fairly quick, not Alphonso Davies quick, but still fast. Surprisingly good in the air, considering he's not the very tallest. Still tall for a fullback, but not the very tallest in comparison to all other players, I guess. And he's a very all-round fullback with good attributes on both ends of the pitch. Great passing and crossing, which is of course very good. Generally just good attacking movement when he enters the final third in particular. Technically, he's very sound. I already mentioned his pace, but he's also good defensively. Maybe he does have some deficiencies in one-on-one defending, but still he is clearly a major upgrade on Chelsea's current left backs that are Emerson and Marcos Alonso, of course. I mean, yes, we were also linked to other players in that position, from Tagliafico to Reguilon, to Alex Telles and others as well. And would I have preferred any of them over Chilwell? Initially, to be honest, yes. Initially, yes. But at that time, we thought that Chilwell would be significantly more expensive than he actually ended up being. I mean, months ago, the reports said that Leicester would be asking the same 80 million pounds or so they got for Harry Maguire, possibly 70. But, you know, to get him for 50, that's a very different story. But how on earth did we actually manage to get the price down by 20, if not 30 million pounds? Well, there is two major reasons. One, Leicester did not end up qualifying for the Champions League, which of course makes a big difference. And when they, I guess, initially set that asking price of around 80 million, 70 to 80 million, they were still comfortably within the top 4 in third. And, you know, that obviously makes a big difference. Both, you know, makes it more difficult to keep players or to make players want to stay, but it also makes a big difference in their budget in this current difficult financial climate. So, you know, they're kind of not forced to sell, but they were forced to, you know, not ask crazy numbers because they kind of could do with money anyway. And then number two of the second major reason is good old Marina Granovskaya, because she is simply an absolute boss of a woman. At this point, we might as well build her a bloody statue. I mean, to get it down from 80 million to 50 million, and I know the Champions League and the whole climate, you know, the financial climate that we're in right now in the entire world made a difference. But let's not underestimate the job that Marina Granovskaya, can't say her name today, Marina Granovskaya does for Chelsea Football Club when it comes to negotiating terms, whether it's contract terms or whether it's transfer fees. She's an absolute boss woman at that. And fair play to you, Marina. Thank you. Really do appreciate it. Now, I personally wouldn't have been very happy at all with Chilwell had we paid 70 or 80 million for him, because in that case, I would have thought Tagliafico or Reguilon would have been just much better options, being so much cheaper than him. But at 50 million, getting a 23-year-old who will therefore only get better, that's already the starting left-back for England and knows the Premier League, which is an important factor, especially if you want them to be a regular starter straight away. That sounds all right to me. It does sound all right to me. Is he the finished article and the best left back out there? Of course he isn't. Of course he is. You know that. Everyone knows that. You know, people that take the piss, oh, you know, if Chilwell is worth 50 million, you know, Andrew Robertson is worth 200 million. I mean, not quite, but you get the point. But the very best ones, the very best fullbacks, left backs just aren't available. You know, they simply are not. And then on the next step down, then you're going to see Ben Chilwell sat there waiting. You know, that's the kind of level of player that he is, in my opinion. Reportedly, he has already undergone his medical with the club, actually, partly while on holiday in Greece, and then the rest of it, I guess, when he was back in London in the last few days. Now, This was apparently a more detailed medical than usual because the player did suffer an ankle injury against Crystal Palace for Leicester, of course, in the beginning of July, and is reportedly still about 3 weeks away from regaining full fitness. And of course, when signing a player that's still recovering from an injury, you have to be even more thorough with the medical if you're about to spend £50 million on them, because, you know, it's big money to be signing an injured player. Obviously, it's not a serious injury at all, but still, you know, you have to be very careful and very thorough. Just to quickly mention it as well, it is reported that Chilwell will be earning around £150,000 a week on a 5-year deal at Chelsea, which is fairly reasonable if you ask me. Still a lot of money, of course, and much more than he was on at Leicester, but, you know, it's all right, to be honest, at Chelsea. It's all right. I'm not really saying, oh, what, that much money? It's all right to me, obviously in comparison to the rest of the Chelsea players, I guess. But as of now, I can't actually confirm 100% whether that is legit or not, whether that number of £150,000 a week is legit or not. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm sure we'll get more detailed updates as we go along. It did say, or it is said, I guess, that we'll have to sell Emerson before getting the Chilwell deal officially over the line. But it's only a matter of time, trust me. Whether we'll officially sell Emerson before we announce Chilwell or not, I don't know, but we kind of have to make space, but also, you know, get obviously the money in. Even though we have plenty of money, transfer ban, selling Hazard, selling Morata, or getting the money for Morata now. So, you know, we have the money available quite comfortably, but still, that's what's being reported anyway. At the end of the day, we've signed another player this window that's a significant upgrade on who we had in that position before. And how can we not be happy with that? How can we not be happy with that? Especially when we got him for, well, let's just say 30 million less than Leicester originally wanted for him. And we're finally seeing a Chelsea manager properly being backed. And I'm happy with that. I'm just very, very happy with that. I mean, were there other cheaper and possibly at least equally as good options out there? Maybe so. But Lampard wanted Chilwell. He's wanted him for months. And the club provided that. And I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of that. You know, of course, you could always make this argument. Why didn't we back Mourinho? Why didn't we back Conte? Why didn't we back Sarri more? But, you know, that's in the past now. Let's just be happy that we're at least backing the manager now. Of course, you'd assume even more so that if anyone's going to get backed at Chelsea, it's Frank Lampard. But hey, at least he's getting backed. You know, imagine even Frank Lampard wouldn't be backed by the board. We'd have issues. We'd have bloody issues. And I kind of be sat here almost giving up on the board and the club in a connection, because I'm like, well, if we're not even going to back Frank Lampard, who the hell are we going to back? And at least we're backing him, and that's a big positive. To round this video out, just with a couple of smaller bits of info, Chelsea have actually made a proper and official signing as well, as we've signed Xavier, don't know how to pronounce his name, Buyamba, an 18-year-old Dutch centre-back from Barcelona on a free transfer. For the time being, he'll either be part of the development squad or go out on loan this season, but he's a huge prospect at centre-back and deemed to actually be the next Virgil van Dijk. Of course, we've heard this many times. I mean, Marco Marin was called the German Messi, so that doesn't necessarily mean anything. But, you know, he's only 18, but already an absolute unit of a man. So that sounds like Van Dijk, as well as being tall, quick, and good on the ball. So you can understand why he's, you know, being deemed the next Virgil van Dijk. So let's hope he can progress and develop the way we hope, and then become a great centre-back for Chelsea Football Club. That'd be bloody brilliant. And, you know, welcome Xavier. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Sorry, mate. If you want to message me on Twitter or something, link to it is down in the description for everyone to follow me. And to tell me how to pronounce your name, please do that. And then lastly, just the last bit of information that I'm going to mention in this video, Chelsea have actually also added to their coaching staff by bringing Anthony Barry from Wigan. Coach, just simply a coach from Wigan to be, you know, assistant coach under Frank Lampard next to Jody Morris, basically. He did coaching courses together with Lampard and Morris, and Wigan fans actually claim that when he came into their club, they improved defensively by quite a bit. And if that is to be believed, well, that is exactly what I want to hear. You know, if a coach that will help us improve defensively, because that's clearly been our biggest issue, well, then I'm bloody happy with that. But to be honest, guys, that has really been it for me. I don't really have anything else to add, if I'm going to be totally honest with you. So, you know, I really do appreciate every single one that has tuned in. My speaking is not great today. It's quite early in the day still. But make sure you subscribe to Blues Fans TV. Like I said in the beginning, if you're new here, please be sure to subscribe. And if you aren't new here, tell your mates, tell your mum, tell your nan, tell everyone you know to subscribe. That'd be massively appreciated. Drop a like if you're, like I said in the beginning, excited for Ben Chilwell to join the club, excited for the other signings that are still to come at Chelsea. Trust me, they are still to come. And, you know, just leave a like if you enjoy the content, if you like this video, and if you want to make me happy, that'd be great. And of course, leave me your comments, you know, your thoughts on Chelsea being about to sign Ben Chilwell for around £50 million. down in the comment section below. We need your comments, we want your thoughts. So let me know about that. I really do appreciate every single one of you that has tuned in. And yeah, that's really been it for me. What else can I say? Thank you guys for watching. Up to Chelsea, and I'll see you when I see you.